Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah, quite long. We didn't manage to do everything twice, but it will be okay. It's hot and dusty.
How do you think the girls will fare at this rally?
I think we just got to be consistent and get it to the end, and hopefully everything will go all right with the car. But yeah, hopefully top 20, top 15. Let's see.
So you're looking forward to give the Division 2 boys a run for their money?
Absolutely, have to kick all of them. Am I allowed to say that?
Fantastic. Liquid Telecom have brought in a new timing system. They've got a big team deployed for this rally. And I think it's the first rally we'll be able to get live tracking, live results. What are your thoughts on this and its impact on us getting back to the WRC?
Well, I think it's the first big step that we've actually made towards it. Thank you very much to Liquid Telecom. It's a state-of-the-art timing system, which the Safari Rally and the rest of the KNRC should have. Yeah, I'm very proud to be part of the Liquid Telecom team because we're High, which is powered by Liquid Telecom. But thank you very much for bringing it in.
Thank you, Tash, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
You can intervene after. If you want to throw up.
We've done Reiki very well. Though some stages were very challenging and tricky, but the strategy remains that we will still continue to the finish line. That is our plan so far, and wherever we can push, we shall push, and make sure that we come to the finish line.
Yeah, basically we didn't have the chance to do the rookie tries for all the sections, so we'll be a little cautious. Our main target is to finish the rally, like you said, and we will push where possible. But all in all, we have to represent the flag well. We have to finish.
I'll just count 3 to 1. And then we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we have done the recce. We had a good 2 days recce. No any problems over there. It's quite rough over there, so it's going to be hard for the cars, that's for sure. Even though Safari's always been a little bit unlucky rally for me. Okay, last year we managed to finish third, but you know, now we are aiming for the top. Hopefully everything goes as planned, and we will wait and see tomorrow what happens. Thanks, guys.
Though my video did not go back, did not.
Okay, my name is George Semakula, co-driver to Duncan Mubiru. First of all, in this event, we are seen as underdogs, and we like that. Then we shall surprise from where we are. We are starting in car number 17. We did Reiki, and Suswa section that was cancelled was the roughest, and that was the most worrying. Good thing is cancelled. So the other sections are flowing, and we hope we shall be sending the car. Concerning ARC, yes, we have contenders that are serious from Zambia and Kenya, but according to the chats I've had with them, most of them are not serious. They are not going to South Africa. They've just registered to spoil a part of ARC contenders. But what I know that the Zambians are serious, as we always know they do ARC, and they are the threats to us. I think the Kenyans will not go down, besides Chate. So as long as we finish top 10, then we shall see what happens next.
is taking part in this rally. From Uganda, it is Yasin Nasser and Ali Kazumba from the Royal Rally Team. To the Africa Rally Championship. This, by the way, round 2 of the Africa Rally Championship. It was Ivory Coast, which was the first event of the year. So another female navigator in Susan Kalema.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the rest.
Watu watalala chini. Watu chini.
Aliambia go wewe kila kitu amenunua wapatie tatu.
Ile
Sisi tunataka kusikia bana.
hiyo mpaka tumwambie kwa sababu tukimpata kwa sababu tutamwambia just hiyo itamuuma.
Unatembea kwa kila bomb sana kwa nawe.
Yule msiwa nini kama fight. Lakini wako na game nyingine. Wako na game nyingine.
Weke moja watu warefu, karibu watu warefu, moja watu warefu.
Angalia hiyo.
When you find somebody selling an attack of weight of bike, but just make sure the engine is sound. Yeah, but now you know in a buggy they make it real. A buggy is in
Lazima muendelee. Hiyo depression iko pale. Hiyo ya study hiyo pale. Mbona ameloji kama ameingia kwa ditch. kazi ya Runi.
Kwa pamoja.
Hello. Where do you? Yeah.
Mabushes, malinks huko, kila kitu finito. Hivyo ndio hiyo mguu inadingisha mbele nyuma.
Anaruka, yeye ruka, jana nasema ruka.
Inaenda juu chini, haisongi mbele nyuma. Watch guys, watch.
Yes, exactly. And you were complaining the other time about not bringing you here. Now I'm going to bring you until you.
Well, talking about the safari, yes. Let's get to appreciate ourselves and agree that the Kenyans are more advanced in organization when it comes to rallies. Well, we are copying a leaf all time. With the development-wise, we can beat them in the fan spectator numbers.
Yeah.
But when it comes to reorganization and a bit of reflection of a brand reflection, Kenya Motorsport is scoring highly. But of course, that talk was seen over. I could say even the sponsors, they have big sponsors. If you talk about Liquid Telecom bankrolling the whole event, actually one of the few identical things Liquid Telecom gave out ultimately, which has been a crying moment for the Ghana side, is giving a timing system. And of course, the timing system, we've not had to play the footage of the match of that bit of the system, but then subsequently, as Kwesi viewers, they will have a chance to watch it in full.
The timing system.
In, the weekend show, Speed Racer. But of course, talking about Liquid Telecom, yes. When you look at the gadgets, sophisticated gadget timing system, it's all about the timing equipment. Where we Ugandans are still into the least
the stop clocks.
The stop clocks, where a human error is more likely. But of course, these Kenyans, thanks to Liquid Telecom, they made it possible. They have auto time method time rundown systems. As you may have seen, you don't see any person struggling with the time freezes. Because somebody is given a count after the clock indicating a green light, then it gets off. Well, talking about the little bit, making a small summary of the case, the Kenyan Safari Rally, which was dubbed as the Liquid Telecom Safari Rally. It was all good outing. Even the Ugandans who took part, they said, they confessed, yes, it was all good outing for the 65th round of the safari. And of course, in memory, actually, in count, Kenya was organizing this event as a candidate, a pre-candidate event for the WRC round. Of course, we pray. We may not be Ugandans hosting it, but course,
it's just
Kenya
nearby.
is just in the proximity.
Yes.
They get a chance reorganizing the WRC round. Then that will be a very big economical score, a very big spectator span lookout, and then of course sponsors will have the best out of their sponsorships. And of course, Ugandans have a chance. You know, Uganda has had a history. Yes, these guys are beating us by organization, but we've had a history of our Ugandan drivers being at the verge with the Kenyan counterparts and of course the world champions then. And looking at the whole event, we had surviving crews that ended to close of the rally. We had Kefa Alubi came in as 23rd, and then Al Sanari came in as 24th. Fitidis with Sussex, they were cut Mvuma. He calls himself Mvuma. He finished to a 25th overall, and of course, in the last loop, so actually amongst the other surviving Ugandans, that's the Moy driver, that is Nasser. Yasin Nasser being 26, and with a lot. Yes, the number, actually, by count of how many entries closed, but the Safari Rally, they were over closely to 45 cars. That is a kill off. 45 cars, over like 70 cars started, and of course, by close of the business, you get like a finishing 100% finish of like that. What does that signal out? Yes, they have
organization,
some bit of organization, and two, the stage, the loot design was a little bit not so bad. But at times you get to wonder in Uganda where you like, I don't know what the COCs always think about, but of course you see starting 30 cars and only like 5 or 10
only 5 finish.
That is a shock, and of course that is not actually by virtue of look at things, that would be an ill consideration of the crews, because it's all about money. When you go hit your suspension and you blow it, then definitely it's another cost of fortune of money that would have been saved if there were stages that were set. You see the kind of super stage, a double circuit, it was spectacular. Unlike Uganda, if that was in Uganda, for sure, you would not even have a gap to watch the cars from a point of view.
The fans would be all over shots. There.
The fans would be overwhelming because one, Kenya don't charge guys to enter, to access these racing points, the racing arenas. Well, that all said, by close of business, it's unfortunate Ugandans who are expecting to score the ARC 2017 did finish in the top 10 slots. Of course, their finish was an experience to them, save for Fitidis, who has had an exposure, continental exposure, unlike the other crews that ended. And unfortunately, one of the hopes, Uganda's hopes, Duncan didn't have a finish.
Duncan and George Semakula.
And George Semakula, the crew of Duncan and George Semakula didn't have a finish. You may have seen them started at the KICC Center, but unfortunately, they didn't have a chance to finish. Be the few mechanical glimpses that cost them well. But of course, in the score, Kenyans had luck by chance. They had the first 2 podium ARC finishes. That is Carl Frash Tundo and of course Ian Duncan. And Ian Duncan, having registered for the ARC 2017.
Ian is Team Liquid.
Oh, Team Liquid, yeah.
Yes.
True.
Team Liquid
Sorry, I had forgotten
That's
to mention
Team Liquid Telecom. I know that one.
Ian is Team Liquid, and of course the other rally chicks, you may have seen them in the Subaru N10, the likes of daughter to senior driver, that is the Tondo. That was this. I have freshly lost out them, but she's called Susan something. She's a daughter to one of the great old guards who are racing still. Yeah. She was also donned in the colors of Liquid Telecom, which is something good. And thanks to Liquid Telecom, I wish they would do the same thing in Uganda, because we have the potential drivers who only need the support of the companies ready to spend and ready to go racing and give a high fragging.
Hosting the an ARC round like that was a big one for Kenya.
Because Pearl is just the close, but probably Liquid being one of the highly graded telecommunication company, then that would be good if they went come in Ugandan NRC.
Probably for the PAL.
That's the PAL. That is that's coming underway at the close of June to the first week and the first day of July. Well, all that said, probably I'll not add. I only wish those Kenyans who really give us a nightmare
could come here.
In their own backyard, who would come down in Kampala.
Come to Kabale. Come to Kabale, please. Oh, Gorillas in the mist. They missed that one, but they shouldn't miss the next one.
But what I can confess before the audience is Kenyans are not all that good when it comes to the spectator dodge. Because Ugandan spectators only feel like almost touching the car. And the Kenyans, by psychological lookout of things, they can't say, oh God, the spectators all covered the stages. But of course, this is something hilarious, pulling people's adrenaline. And of course, Ugandans have that bit of it. Talk about it. I remember it was in 2014, when I had a big number turn up on the Power of Africa rally. That is when the Kenyans came. But of course, guess what? In day 2 in Ruelo, guys said, no, spectators are covered the road. We can't drive. I can't drive. But I wish those Kenyans find a way or find time off their busy schedule, as they say.
The spectator
come down to Uganda and they get to feel, because they may be masters at their own backyard, but become amateurs at another grace just down of the ground.
Okay, we have seen how the Australian Grand Prix course was being constructed in 3 months, since January to March. Now, are there any significant changes in the course that could probably be a problem to the drivers?
Well, I would say, Daniel, that these guys are so far away when it comes to doing things practically, because you can't imagine a sitting race arena for 38,000 spectators. If you happen to have given Uganda that much money at that spell of time,
yeah.
say, we want you to finish this course from Jan to March. And that is prior to the race to be, say, a soccer match to be organized at Nambole. Well, I would say Uganda would fail.
It would fail.
Why? Because of the attitude, because of the technical rounds,
sluggishness and
sluggishness in the operations. But of course, you can imagine people did design the race circuit at a duration of 2 months.